Hi, I'm WEBE 108's morning man Jay Michaels, and it is time for another exciting Tuesday test drive. Our featured dealer this week, Bob's Buick GMC of Milford, and we are going to be test driving an outstanding automobile today, the 2014 Verano. We're looking forward to it. Stay tuned for the test drive.
All right, this is the 2014 Buick Verano 1SD sedan, one of the most affordable Buicks they've ever offered. Under this hood is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder engine that's going to give you incredible gas mileage, like 32 on the highway, 24, 25 in the city. If you drive a little lighter, it's going to do better. Right here is your 18-inch wheel. Now that's standard. So even on a base model vehicle, Buick has given you this nice big wheel, 18-inch with an all-season tire. A lot of safety goes into this tire here and wheel. You have ABS brakes, which are standard. You have 4-wheel disc brakes. There's no drum brakes on this entire vehicle. You also have standard StabiliTrak or traction control. That's going to send extra power to a slipping tire in case when you're taking a left or taking a right, one tire slips out, it'll stop oversteer or from spinning out that vehicle. As we come over to the side here, of course, safety, breakaway mirrors, side impact door beams, and one good thing about these new Buick sedans is this is one piece of solid stamped steel, American steel. It is not welded, it is not body on frame, but rather a unibody construction that's really good for integrity upon crashes. That's why you'll see nothing but the best when it comes down to safety ratings. Up and down, this Buick Verano rates very well on safety, no matter what you compare it up against. As we come over to the trunk, I'm going to pop it with my key here. Again, I like to leave these boxes in here because these are long size objects that are actually just thrown in here, and you can still see we could still fit more. There's a lot of space in this Verano, and it has a lot of sound deadening materials in the trunk. A lot of vehicles are all tin, a lot of rinky-dinky in the trunk. Not on the Buick. It's solid, its integrity is held up as well, and it also has sound deadening materials, so not a lot of noise comes from the back of the vehicle while driving and hitting those bumps on our New England roads. That's about it on the outside. Let's take it for a test drive.
My first feeling is comfort sitting here in the front seat next to you, and you've got a lot of room up front. This is a subcompact sedan. Tell us a little bit about the concept of this automobile.
Absolutely. If you notice, even though we're in a smaller vehicle, it's very quiet. We can hear the radio over the road noise. They go into a lot of making that sound deadening, having that Buick feel, even though this is their really first run at a subcompact ever. So smaller vehicle, great gas mileage, but like you said, when you sit in it, there's a lot of comfort, there's a lot of luxury feel, and it really has some power behind the wheel as well, just like the traditional Buicks.
I understand this is General Motors' quietest car, is that true?
Absolutely.
And this is all by way of the technology?
Decibels. They actually test the decibels when they're in the vehicles.
Wow.
Standard is a lot of technologies I talked about on the outside, such as the ABS, the disc brakes, but StabiliTrak is a built-in traction control system. The government's going to make that mandatory on vehicles soon, but GM has way beyond the times, has been making it standard on vehicles since as early as '04. So the traction control will send extra power to a slipping tire if we're going through maybe sand or ice, avoiding us to oversteer or of course lose control of the vehicle.
Now what happens if you take a turn too sharply? Will the StabiliTrak compensate?
It'll compensate best it could, of course,
right,
but it will send the extra power to the opposite tire to make sure that you're not going to end up in that loop that you took too hard. Absolutely.
Now I see we have this very fancy screen in front of us here. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. The great thing about the Verano as well is this is actually a base car. And in this base car, I like to say, I use quotes because base would not include Bluetooth, backup camera, the OnStar systems, the IntelliLink radio, which allows you to sync up to 4 phones as a media device or just a phone, so you do not have to pick up your cell phone in the car and grab a ticket. You have a lot of other technology here on the trip computer. You have a touchscreen LCD. Very, very technology oriented with the IntelliLink, and so you're not going to give up anything by going to the entry-level Verano because it comes standard throughout.
Wow, and of course what we're talking about, this touchscreen, or this, it's voice activated. So for example, if we want to get WEBE 108 on, we merely ask the screen, WEBE 108, and out, and the station is selected. For you now, watch this.
Please say a command.
Tune FM 107.9.
Tuning to FM 107.9.
OnStar gives you 6 free months of the trial period, and they give you the full interaction of the services. The first thing is a phone. You have your own phone number with your car, GPS phone, satellite phone, so it always has services. Number 2 is a concierge that'll give you directions, that'll maybe look for reservations for you. The last is the SOS, or peace of mind, I like to call it. God forbid you're ever in a crash and the airbags will deploy. OnStar is going to already know that via sensors in your vehicle, which they also can do diagnosis of throughout your ownership of the vehicle. They know the airbags deploy and they call into the vehicle to make sure you're okay. Whether you're responding or not, they're automatically sending help. So it's a really nice peace of mind to know that you always have somebody watching over you.
It's almost like having a parental figure guiding you and making sure you're okay at all times.
As best as they could, absolutely.
Now, this is the 2014. Do you have a lot of these in stock right now?
Yes, absolutely. We have probably a 3-month supply, which allows our lease specials to be a little bit better than the national ad, at least by $10 or $11 with the same money down. So we're holding a lot of them in stock from this model all the way up to higher models if you choose to go with a couple other things.
So
like
would you
push-button start or leather seat or something like that?
Would you recommend leasing at this point? Is that
Absolutely.
a better deal?
In my opinion, leasing is a great cycle to get into because of the low monthly payments and the cost of ownership. But the deal's very strong either way because, again, this is only about a $24,000 MSRP. So there's still some money to be saved even on the finance end.
Why don't we talk about the gas mileage?
Gas mileage is going to be about 32 on the highway, 25 in the city. So you're definitely going to save at the pumps from your natural V6s, which get on the average of low 20s between the two. So you're definitely going to see 6, 7, even 8 miles per gallon better than your average V6 sedan. And it still doesn't feel like we're in this little 4-cylinder.
Exactly. Can we talk at all about maintenance in terms of oil changes? Is it a synthetic oil that is used in this vehicle?
Yeah, GM uses a semi-synthetic blend, a Dexos blend, which is their blend. It lasts for longer oil change life and things of that nature. But that's going to even be free for 2 years or 24,000 miles.
Wow.
So Buick gives you a lot of things that other luxury brands give you, such as free maintenance. Your warranty's phenomenal. You have 6 years or 70,000 miles on the powertrain, and you have 4 years or 50,000 miles on the bumper-to-bumper or comprehensive stuff.
Wow.
So they really do back up their product as well.
No question about it. Well, that's terrific. People are going to be watching this video and wondering, geez, how do I get behind the wheel? How about a test drive?
Test drive is a great way to start, even if you just have a little bit of curiosity. Go to the website, shoot us an email, or just make a phone call. Either ask for the new car department or anyone in sales, and we'll be sure to set up the most convenient time. And no pressure, because a lot of people don't know what new Buick has to offer. They have a saying on TV, if you don't know the new Buick, then you don't know Buick. So if you haven't been out to the dealerships in a while, see what GM has to offer nowadays. It's really phenomenal how far they've come.
Today's Buick, not your grandmother and grandfather's Buick.
Absolutely.
Things have changed.
Absolutely.
Terrific. Website, phone number, any way people can contact?
Yeah, 203-878-4661. 203-878-4661, or just www.bobsofmilford.com.
Well, there you have it, our Tuesday test drive, the 2014 Buick Verano from Bob's of Milford, a terrific car. We're very comfortable in it. It's a wonderful ride, and you know, the features are endless. So I suggest if you've got a curiosity, if a sedan is what you're looking for, a new car, whether you want to lease it or purchase it, come on out to Bob's, take a test drive, and check it out for yourself. It's the best way to do it. Jeremy, you've been a terrific guide.
Thank you so much.
Okay.